Could there be hidden land at the North Pole that is not depicted on maps? The story of Sannikov Land made us contemplate the possibility of a hidden territory at the North Pole that might be deliberately concealed. This secretive narrative adds a mystique to an enigmatic region of the world. In 1811, during an expedition to the New Siberian Islands, the explorer Yakov Sannikov proclaimed the discovery of an unknown land to the northwest. He reported sighting 4 towering pillar-like mountains and a smooth descent. And then in 1900, the same land was observed by Baron Edward Toll, but when he embarked on an expedition to find it, he mysteriously vanished without a trace. When we first read about this, we thought naively that it was just an iceberg because scientists now claim that this land does not exist. However, it seems strange that seasoned polar explorers who spent a significant portion of their lives navigating the ice could not distinguish between an iceberg and solid land. This mysterious land was reportedly seen repeatedly until the 1980s, after which the exploration routes were apparently changed. Take, for instance, Janet Island, which among the New Siberian Islands hosted fewer people than the expanse of space. It's plausible that a massive landmass or continent exists in the Arctic, yet its existence has been shrouded in secrecy, and here are some compelling points. To begin with, there are no genuine satellite photos of the Arctic. Instead, we only have computer-generated models. Isn't that strange? After conducting a thorough search, we came to realize that there is not a single authentic photograph of the Arctic taken from space. Why is that? No satellites fly over this region, and it appears that there is a general lack of interest in it. While other parts of the world have been photographed repeatedly, some images dating back 15 or 20 years, there seems to be no attempt to capture the Arctic. This fact raises further questions when considering that the Beijing-New York flight path supposedly runs directly over the North Pole. However, it seems that this is not the case in reality. Moreover, when examining satellite maps of the Arctic, numerous blurred and plastered areas become evident. There are images of the Arctic Ocean where green plankton appears, but the map then abruptly transitions into vector graphics. Overall, the entire Arctic seems to be pieced together from computer-generated fragments, which raises many questions. Secondly, the entire area where Sannikov Land was purportedly discovered is now off limits and inaccessible. The official explanation for this restriction is that atomic weapons were tested in the region. It's known that there are some semi-secret expeditions and a fleet of icebreakers operating in that area, but no reports about their activities are available. This region was once actively developed, with camps and huts belonging to 7th century fishermen and walrus hunters. Even the mainland settlement of Pudzhozerk, where the opponent of Nikonianism, Avakum, lived and died in prison, was once inhabited. Over time, people left, and now it has become a wasteland. And thirdly, historic maps also depict islands surrounding the North Pole. For example, Gerhard Mercator's 1633 map illustrates Hyperborea with its land, rivers, and mountains. And this is it, as we can see, the map of Hyperborea. So what do we ultimately conclude from all this? Are they hiding something? We have credible witnesses who definitively saw a vast land, a restricted area where entry is forbidden, and ancient maps marking the land's existence. Additionally, there's the enigma of the guiding arrow. The compass always points north, indicating there must be something there. It can't be just an icy void with converging electromagnetic lines. These lines must converge on a substantial landmass. Furthermore, the navigation anomaly, where the compass needle spins wildly at the North Pole, is perplexing. While expeditions to the North Pole exist, we don't know which glacier tourists are taken to, nor have we verified the coordinates independently. It's possible that the Arctic continent lies to the east, with its nearest edge situated near the New Siberian Islands, where Sannikov Land was first sighted. Intriguingly, volcanic activity has been detected in the area where Sannikov Land was reported. Everyone who ventured there noted a distinct sulfur smell, and a massive plume of smoke was recorded in the 1980s, so that must be volcanic activity there. Therefore, if there is a continent in the Arctic, geothermal heat from geysers and volcanoes could potentially be warming it. Another great deception? In today's world, the presence of secrets and innuendos is so pervasive that exposing a single lie from all this could potentially cause their entire house of cards to collapse. And when you start unraveling conspiracy theories in nutrition, you uncover distorted histories or deceptions about space. Delving into the migrations of peoples reveals distortions in biblical narratives. This may sound paranoid, but we also observe signs of deception across nearly every domain. Consequently, we have come to accept the existence of phenomena we would have previously dismissed. Given the current level of misinformation, the idea that an undisclosed continent exists in the Arctic is not far-fetched. The lack of transparency and the prevalence of misleading information make it plausible that such a landmass could be deliberately kept secret. If you have encountered similar contradictions, or if you have arguments that support or refute this idea, we invite you to share your thoughts. Now, the global network of some things that get hidden or are not reported properly and kept secret make it challenging to discern the truth. And as we continue to pull on the threads of various theories, whether they pertain to nutrition or space exploration or historical events, we reveal more layers of potential deception. And this interconnected web of half-truths and hidden agendas underscores the need for critical thinking and skepticism. So now, in theory, the concealment of a continent in the Arctic, in the North Pole, fits within the broader pattern of secrecy. If you've observed any inconsistencies or want to provide additional arguments, please join the comments and discuss there. And this is on SoulAsk. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.